Hello everyone, Stefan here, the Photo Guru, and today I want to talk to you about the 5 best free editing apps for your smartphone. Our smartphones are getting smarter and smarter, and we can do more and more things on them, things that we could only do on desktop editors before. And for this reason, more and more apps are being released every single day, and some of them can do amazing things just by the touch of your fingers. It's fair to say that they are starting to compete with desktop editing, and they make it much faster and much more convenient, especially if you're on the go, on your travels, or in a place where you don't have access to your computer. So being a seasoned traveler myself, I've tried so many apps, and these 5 were the ones that I feel can do all the things that I need them to do, and in the most efficient way and in the best quality. So let's start with number 5. It's an app called Facetune, and if you are not completely happy with the looks of your face, or if you just want that Vogue look, then this app helps you to change anything on your face, whiten your teeth, brighten your eyes, change the shape of your head, smooth your skin, get rid of blemishes, change your hair color, and just everything basically that you can imagine. And it does it in a really smart way, and it's not extremely noticeable. The app has 2 versions, one which you have to pay for a small fee, and the second one is still free, and it allows you to use most of its features. However, some of them are going to be shown as VIP, and you can access them through in-app purchases. So at number 4, I put Retouch, which is basically Facetune but for the landscapes. So Retouch is an app which is completely free, and you can basically get rid of unwanted objects from your pictures. So if you have like a photo of yourself at the Grand Canyon and you've got people around, then you can just swipe the people out of the picture. Now, it seems too good to be true. I have tried this app in many different scenarios, and when the background is fairly predictable, then it works wonders and magic. But when the background is slightly more complicated and it's not so predictable, then obviously it's going to fail badly. So it's never going to completely substitute cloning in Photoshop or a desktop editor where you can use your brain where to copy from, but indeed it is a very easy way of getting rid of unwanted objects from your photos, and it does work in many different scenarios. And besides that, you can also use it for your face to remove blemishes, to remove scars and things like that. So it's not just for the landscape. At number 3, I put Instagram, because who could live without Instagram? Now, this app was created to share your photos, and it's more like a social media app as opposed to a photo editor, but we shouldn't underestimate its potentials. Instagram doesn't have the editing features that Facetune or Retouch have, but it has so many well-established effects that we got used to in the recent years, and also it allows you to change many different features of photos, such as brightness, highlight, shadows, sharpness, vignette, blurring, and also some color functions. So if you upload pictures regularly onto Instagram, then obviously you'll know the features, and they are very helpful. And sometimes the effects built into Instagram yield very creative outcomes that you wouldn't necessarily think of if you are in Photoshop, because there are so many layers going on at the same time. So I would strongly urge you to try it if you are not using it already. At number 2, I've got Photoshop Express, which is basically the little sister of Photoshop. If you're using Photoshop, then this is going to be the perfect companion on your smartphone. It can do basically anything. It can change color, all kinds of curves, highlights, shadows, color correction in every single detail that you can imagine. It can also give you frames around photos, masks. It can do collages, it can edit your face, it can take off blemishes, and it has a huge amount of built-in presets, like the ones in Instagram, and also ones for enhancing and bringing out details in your photos. And it also has a very smooth linking ability to cut out Photoshop, liquify Photoshop, and healing Photoshop. And you can also export your images in different layers, and you can import them onto your desktop Photoshop and continue working on them. So it's extremely helpful and very powerful. At number 1, my best and most used and favorite app is Snapseed by Google. This is a completely free app that you can download to your smartphone, and it has basically the same features as Photoshop Express, but I prefer it even more because it's so compact and you can do anything you want within a few clicks, and it saves your images in full resolution so you don't lose any detail, and it gives you very fine tuning abilities with all the features built into the app. Besides the basic color correction and tunings, you can also use vignette, HDR, dramatic effects, double exposure. You can add text features onto your photos, and you also can do things to your face like portrait and glow and glamour and Vogue and all these things. So it's an extremely powerful app that you can use for basically anything. I would say that none of these apps is comprehensive enough to substitute for all the other ones. So the reason why I have all of them on my phone is because Retouch can do certain things that Snapseed can't, and Snapseed can do all of the things that Retouch cannot do. So all of them combined give me so many options and possibilities that we can basically do anything. So this was my favorite 5 free smartphone editing apps. Let me know what's your favorite one if you think I missed something that would be even better than these. Thank you for watching, and as always, subscribe for more.